So, lads, Lexie Hull played again today. And I would have thought after the last game that she played, Lexie Hull was going to be, in with a chance of being one of the, not main players, but like in a good rotation spot for the Rose. Like, I would have thought that, she would be easily getting her 10 minutes most games, and that there'd be no reason why she wouldn't be playing big minutes. But you can see right here, in the end, it looks like she played okay minutes. But up until very late in this game, Lexie Hull was back to warming that bench. She was back to warming that bench. And it is a thing with Lexie Hull where it's like the team she's on is very guard heavy. And they got their two bigs. And it's really interesting to see where she's fitting in. But I genuinely thought that Lexie Hull was one of the better players on the floor again today for the Rose. And up until late in the third quarter, she had played 3 minutes. She had played 3 minutes up until late in the third quarter. Like, that's just madness. That's absolute madness, given the circumstances that she had just come back off a 7 or 19-point game, and her team won the game. Like, with Lexie Hull was the best player on the Rose on the only game that they've won this year. And today, in fairness to her, like, her shooting was a bit off. She hit 1-3 off a pass from Angel Reese. She missed a layup. Like, she wasn't missing anything horrific, but like, she did miss she missed a pretty easy layup at one stage in the second quarter. And she just shot horrifically from 3, in fairness to her. But she hit a free throw. She got up to 7 points. And she was one of the better players for the Rose down the stretch. But the problem is she wasn't getting on the court down the stretch. Or until the very end. And the best lineup, by the way, that they ran was Lexie Hull, Sykes, and Reese. Like, look, I think Kat Copper is really good. I think Kalia Copper is really, really good. But it's like, we've got like Chelsea Gray, who's doing nothing. I don't even know what Chelsea Gray's there for right now. Like, she can't run. Like, Chelsea Gray should not be playing 14 minutes a game. And I understand that. I would actually understand if Chelsea Gray just finishes games, because I think if you need a bucket to win a game on this team, her and Kat Copper are two players that can go get you a bucket. But like, there's a lot more to basketball than going and getting you a bucket. Like, in my opinion, Brittany Sykes is much better than Chelsea Gray. In my opinion, Lexie Hull is much better than Chelsea Gray. Understandable when it comes to Kalia Copper. Like, the starting lineup should be Kalia Copper, one of Brittany Sykes and Angel, or Brittany Sykes and Lexie Hull. Probably Brittany Sykes, with, depending on the matchup, which big. If I think the way things went, I think Angel Reese has been really good. Like, she was really good today, but hasn't been good, whereas Azare has been really good at times, but went 2 of 10 today and just couldn't hit a shot down the stretch. And like, it was kind of calamitous basketball down the stretch. Like, everyone's percentages looked horrific. I think Lexie Hull missed 3 threes in a row. Azare missed 3 in a row. Like, when nobody scored for like, I think it was 64, 69, and nobody scored for like 2 minutes. And it was just brick. Like, it might as well have been a Paramore song that few minutes, because it was Brick by Boring Brick. Either way, we did see Lexie Hull's minutes drastic go down. Like, we genuinely saw that. Like, And to be honest, I don't know what Nola Henry can do, because very clearly Lexie Hull was in the 3 best players today, but it's like, you can't not play the point guard, as people would say. Just like we're seeing with the Mist. The reason why the Mist are losing so many games is they play Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney Vandersloot should not ever be on the floor. Genuinely. They should never, ever, ever be on the floor. But these teams have to kind of do that, and they're trying to basically build up their players, the legends of the game, where some players just don't suit this style of game, and you're seeing it where it's just about being relentless. Like Angel played with a high motor today, she killed it. Angel, I thought, played with a really low motor the other day, and she struggled. And we saw Lexie Hull again doing Lexie Hull things, even though she wasn't shooting the greatest. I still thought her defense, especially when she was full court pressing on like a Kate Martin or a Tiffany Hayes, they didn't do much on her. They really, really didn't. Like, it is not easy to go past, like, to get past Lexie Hull. And Kara Copper, sure, she's had a bad game. She's a good defender, but for me, it's like, you just gotta play her more. And I know she played 9 minutes in the end. She played the last 2 minutes, and then she played a chunk of the game in in the fourth quarter for the final score. And I think when it came to that, like, she looked good. She looked good, and you would have thought that, after the game she wouldn't have been relegated to 4 minutes of play in the first, basically, two and 3/4 quarters. You wouldn't have thought she'd be relegated to 5 minutes of play through the first 3 quarters. And then, yeah, obviously she played a little bit down the stretch, and it was just carnage ball. But up to that point, she had been really, really solid. And after a superstar game, the last day with Oliver Cutting, she wasn't even put on the floor with Chelsea Gray, ironically. Very little Chelsea Gray and Lexie Hull on the floor at the same time. So without Chelsea Gray, Lexie Hull's points are going to drastically decrease. But just all in all, the fact they just didn't really play her at all. You can either use Lexie Hull as a defender, or you can use Lexie Hull as a cutter or something. But, like, I don't know. I just don't know if Nola Henry knows how to, I genuinely don't. I don't know if Nola Henry knows. Like, she's supposed to be a great assistant coach in WNBA. I don't think if she knows how to work this 3-on-3 system. I don't think she knows what lineups work, when they work, why they work. Because this is a game the Rose should have won. I think if they went, honestly, you can say hindsight 2020 because of Kalia Copper, and they went with Sykes for 12 minutes in this game. But it's like, I still think they should have went. I think it's hard to play Chelsea. It's hard to run. Their starters don't work. Like Chelsea Gray, Kat Copper, and injuries. That lineup does not work. Like, it should be, if you're putting Chelsea Gray on the floor, you have to have one of these two on the floor with Chelsea Gray. You just do. And Chelsea Gray also works better with Azare. But anyway, yeah. It is 4 a.m. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys.